There's a little hiccup with respect to this because our projections, our revenue projections.
Welcome to the Political Round to be the voice rising on Ghana MTVGA. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the notifications so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you'll be notified.
There's a little hiccup with respect to this because our projections, our revenue projections, have taken a hit of about 30 to 35% as a result of the strength of the cedi. You know that we are an exports-driven organization. We do exports. So a stronger cedi also means less revenue for us. So, for example, when we did our forecast, our financial forecasting and the modeling, we used 15.5 because at that time it was about 16. But we used 15.5 to do this. And as we speak, it's about 10.2. So you have a little over 5 cedis shaved off $1. A little over 5 cedis shaved off $1. So if you're looking at perhaps maybe revenue or sales of about $4 billion for the next season, you are talking about a minimum of 20 billion cedis off, you know, your projected revenue. Obviously, this would mean that you need to now take a second look at your projections again. Yes, there also is a flip side to it, and that is that your dollar-based debts that you're expected to pay in cedis would also reduce, but you now need to do the net off with respect to what are the gains you make on the debt side as against the revenue side. And this also has a strong correlation with the producer price, because you know that, for example, for 24-25, the producer price was $3,100, which at that time was 49,000 cedis, because the dollar at that time was 16 cedis when the producer price was announced. So it was $3,100 by 16 cedis, which gave you about 49,000 per ton, and which translates to 3,100 cedis per bag, because 16 bags make a ton. You know, so 3,100 cedis. Now, as we speak, the dollar is selling for 10.2 BOG, 10.2. Now, the 10.2 means that a bag of cocoa should be 1,900 on the basis of the strength of the cedi, because it's moved from 3,100 times 16 to 3,100 times 10.2. And so we should be paying about 1,900 per bag, or paying about 39,000 or so per ton. But Cocoa Board is still paying the 3,100 per bag.
Per the old price.
Yes, and the 49,000 cedis. Now, if you translate that to dollars, what it means is that Cocoa Board is paying $4,800 per ton instead of $3,100. So by virtue of the strength of the cedi, it has adjusted the price from 3.1 to 4.8.
I mean, looking at the way the production is going, can you even make this target next season?
Yes, like I said, this season we have been able to service 230,000.
Oh, okay, so you're still left with just
so about 100,000, which will roll over to 25-26.
That can even be achieved this season?
No, it's not. The season is just about over, so it's not. I mean, as I speak with you, we've done about 590. You know, and so what we are looking at is the possibility of maybe reaching 600 or a little under 600,000
for this particular season.
Yes, the previous season was 438.
And what was your target for this season, actually?
Well, it was 610.
So you would achieve your target for this?
No, you know, from where I sit, I get the data every week. From where I sit, like I said, we're getting close to 590, and this is where we're doing the light crop. So you are not really expecting a lot, and there are people who are also hoarding in anticipation of the new season and new price, you know. So I do not expect that we would cross the 600 mark.
But Dr. Musi said that with all the challenges, and even if I stick to the production levels, 600, 5 something, I stand to be educated as somebody who doesn't appreciate the industry. That is still not bad, even though you miss your target.
Well,
massively.
compared to, I mean, it's an improvement. And we can only hope that 25, 26, we can do a bit more. You know, I think that what we are looking at is that maybe in the next 2 years, because there's something happening. The prices, if you speak with all the experts and others, they think that the kind of prices that we're having are not sustainable. But we expect that maybe we would have that level of pricing for maybe another 2 years.
Now on Interpol's global radar, former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta is officially listed as a 65-year-old Ghanaian born in Accra, 1.7 meters tall, with black eyes and hair, and speaks English and Twi. He served as Finance Minister from 2017 to early 2024, but is now facing criminal investigations linked to the controversial National Cathedral project, revenue deal with Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited, the Ministry of Health contract for 307 ambulances, handling and disbursement of tax funds accounts, as well as the cancellation of ECG's agreement with Beijing PXC. He was first summoned by the special prosecutor in January, but after multiple no-shows and citing medical excuses, the OSP declared him a fugitive from justice in February. He later promised to return in May, but never did.
I triggered processes for the issuance of an Interpol Red Notice for the location and provisional arrest of Mr. Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta in whichever jurisdiction pending extradition or his surrender. Around the same time, I dispatched a request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction in which Mr. Ofori-Atta may be located or found, and his extradition to the Republic of Ghana.
The Interpol notice, though not a direct arrest warrant, alerts 196 countries, including the United States, where he is believed to be. It paved the way for coordinated tracking and extradition efforts. For now, Ken Ofori-Atta remains on the run, but the special prosecutor says this pursuit will not stop until he is brought back to face justice.